Cancer, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your reading for the month of June. We're going to take a look at your overall general energy, what you may not see coming, and get some important advice from Spirit today. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this space with me today. It's an honor and a pleasure to be able to read for you. And thank you for all of your support. And thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading today for Cancer. Already into June, folks. Beautiful time of year. I hope you're enjoying the warmer weather, or those of you in the southern hemisphere, the cooler breezes, right? As fall descends upon your land. Okay. What's the spirit animal guidance for the month ahead for you, Cancer? What are their messages to you? Whoa. Wow, I caught that. That was awesome. I said, no, where are you going? Caught the edge. Ooh. Speaking of edge, you're going through a beautiful metamorphosis right now. It may not feel like it. Sometimes when you're in the middle of a big growth spurt, think of when you were a kid. I remember getting like the growing pains. So I just heard growing pains. So you could be going through some growing pains right now, Cancer. From the butterfly to the scorpion to the kangaroo, Spirit is definitely indicating that you're going through a 9-month cycle here. They're giving you a time frame of this gestational period and this new beginning you find yourself in, or if you're transitioning into a new chapter in your life, a new phase. Pay attention to the areas in your life or personality that are in need of profound change or transformation. I think this is where you've been, and it's leading you into this new portal. You are about to enter a phase of expansion and growth, which will be highly beneficial for your future. Yeah? Beautiful butterfly metamorphosis. Embrace the changes. Ooh, I just saw 222. It could have to do with work partnerships, family relationships, any of your primary bonds, where it's, you and the other. Scorpion, new beginnings. You are invited to, and some of you might have Scorpio influences around you or within your 3 majors with your sun, moon, or rising. Obviously, a lot of you are sun sign in the sign of Cancer, but Cancer placements don't have to be exactly sun. But I do think that some of you have scorpionic energies as well. You're invited to instigate change, but you're also being warned that this transformation may be radical. Get rid of everything in your current life. Well, you're really going through a big change. Some of you, change on a radical change. Get rid of everything in your current life that could prevent you from improving and really going through this metamorphosis. Based on this principle, destroy before rebuilding, you are promised a beneficial rebirth. That's a little harsh. I'm just saying. Whatever you feel is falling apart, whether it's a gentle falling away or a massive, I didn't expect this, major upheaval falling away, Spirit is reassuring you that a 9-month cycle is at play. Some of you are literally getting pregnant right now, and you're like, oh my God, this isn't what I expected. Or you are looking at starting a new endeavor in a business, and it's going to take a while to get to the goal that you have in mind. Your current project will take 9 months to mature and benefit you. Commit fully to it. You have all the strength and stamina you need as long as you move forward and not backward. All right. Interesting. So I'm getting this overall message that this metamorphosis that you find yourself maybe entering into or you've been in has been either 9 months in duration, or you are now beginning a 9-month cycle where you're going to come out on the other side with the things that you've been wanting to generate in your life or absolutely overhaul. This is a reconstruction, a reconstructive phase for you, Cancer. Some of you it's in your career, others of you it's in your home life, in your personal relationships. I'm really curious about what direction this is going to go into today, y'all. Let's see. Pre-shuffle. Ooh. Oh yeah, the good old 2 of Swords. You've got someone in your life that you have a a lot of love for, or they have a lot of love for you. There's something that you're trying to see with your eyes a little more wide open. Not sure. Eyes wide open, Cancer. King of Cups. Interesting. Let me do one more pre-shuffle here, because with the Ace of Cups with the Two of Swords, you might feel like you're trying to generate new opportunities in business or in your financial department, but you feel like there's been blocks, or you could have a choice between two different things during this 9-month cycle, and you're really unclear over what's going to be the best avenue. Three of Cups. Interesting. You could feel like you want to invest in new people. And that might, or, new networks. All right. You've got a lot going on. I think that you're thinking about, there's a lot of considering going on right now as far as your new endeavors. I just heard think tank. You're coming up with new ideas that you can implement that will help you in your career. And you have someone supporting you. You have a King of Cups around you, but there's been some blocks. Ooh, I like seeing that. Recent past, Six of Wands. You reached some sort of level of success, or you were being recognized for some. I feel like some of you had a major peak experience. Whatever that is, you could have bought a new home, you could have gotten married, you could have gotten that job promotion, you could have finally acquired that goal you had for that monthly income. You reached some achievement here that you could be proud of. Some of you are getting a lot more exposure in your line of work, whether it's as an influencer, social media. It's time to, take the applause, be proud of where you've been in the recent past. King of Swords, you're up in your head. I felt this energy during the pre-shuffle. You're thinking a lot. Something's on your mind, Cancer. Something's heavily on your mind. Ooh, the Hangman in the near future. So you might feel like there's a little bit of stagnation going on. You reach this peak experience and now you're like, what next? I'm telling you, you've turned the page from something that was wonderful and now you're pausing and collecting and gathering information. Why is it hard for you? And this is about being in our truth, accessing our truth, being empowered, feeling bold and assertive, going after what you want, not playing small or shy. It's in the challenging position, so there's some sort of dimming of your light going on for whatever reason. Maybe it's just a feeling of, an imposter syndrome kind of vibe, or something's kind of taken the wind out of your sails here, Cancer. I'm not sure what. We're going to clarify these messages. Okay, yeah. This is about a connection. I am seeing a match here between the King and Queen of Swords. And I did see the King of Cups coming in with blocks. So that's either two people going on here, Cancer, in your head, or things have gotten cold in a connection where there was once a lot of warmth. A little bit of distance. What you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands with the Hierophant and the Page of Cups. All right. This feels like a good energy when it comes to what you don't see coming. You may just feel a little bit distant. If for those of you who are in a connection, you are working together as one, but I think you're trying to establish a little bit of independence. You're on the same page, but why does it feel like you're going through the motions right now? Maybe it's because you just got a lot of other things on your mind that have nothing to do if you're in a partnership. This could go in so many different directions, but let's keep going. But overall, I feel like you've gained or will attain a certain level of personal independence and a monetary gain by month's end. And just stay committed to the path. Trust the process. There's a lot of information that I think you're going to gain as time progresses throughout the month. Some of you, Page of Cups is putting your heart and soul. You might be trying to figure out what to put your heart into that will bring you, what do you want to commit to in your career that will bring you more monetary success. You could be building on the next standard, the next level in your career. I feel like the accolades had a lot to do with maybe even reaching an achievement with a relationship, but now that's not your focus. Page of Cups, another Page of Cups. Some of you, maybe this is a love offer by someone new. You're attracting someone, all right? A lot of air placements. You're up in your head about it, or you're with someone already and you're up in your head about it and you're uncertain over whether you want to develop this, continue it. There's been a dropping of the warmth. The page is an inferior expression of love. It's maybe I'm curious about this person, or if you're already in a relationship, it just means you're kind of falling out of either the attraction or the desire to put a lot of work into it. Overall, whether you're in a relationship or not, I think the focus for you this month has a lot more to do with your career, your work life, what you're working on outside of the home. Cancer. Yeah, there's been some wounds. You could, I'm seeing the Three of Cups so much that a lot of times that indicates there's someone who's a bit immature around you. What is on your mind here? You're showing up in a more icy, in my head right now, kind of vibe this month. You could be more self-reflective, more contemplative. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm an air sign, so I get up in my head all the time, y'all. It's my comfort zone. But you're a water sign. So what's going on here? Cancer. Another Queen of Swords. Wow, you really are up in your head. Trying to make some wise decisions. Oh, no wonder. Oh, boy. You've got the Lovers of the World with the double Queen of Swords. Some of you are overanalyzing the hell out of a connection. Trying to make a decision is now the time to either... Some of you, I feel like there's two groups. Some of you are overanalyzing a new love situation. Others of you are overanalyzing an existing love situation. Either way, this comes down to knowing that you are determined. Ooh, you are determined. You what? It's like there is something lacking here. In whatever you're encountering in another, there's something lacking. It's like you may be attracting someone, but it's not everything that you want. Or you're with someone and it's not everything you want. But you're still giving it a go. You're still like, meh. God, you're overanalyzing the hell out of the situation, though. Spirit wants you to kind of wrap it up here. It's like you're trying to take everything you've learned on your path and you're applying that for good reason. But I'm just getting this. But when we do this and we get up in our heads, we fail to really experience something. We're thinking about it more than we should be feeling it. I think you know what I'm trying to say there. I hope that came out right. Ooh, all right. We've got some mutual reciprocity going. Another King of Swords. Well, I mean, I see two people that are heavily invested in giving and receiving, and you've reached some level of success here. This could also be you trying to balance out the different aspects of self. You might have a tendency to step more into the overanalyzation of your path, and Spirit just saying drop down into your feeling body. And especially when it comes to the giving and receiving, you've reached some level of success with finding balance with another and also within yourself. And they're asking you to apply that moving forward. Take what you've learned, especially with the world here. Take what you've learned, Cancer, and apply it. So you could be attracting or have attracted opportunities in the past. I feel like you're up in your head about something that you're trying to control, and Spirit's trying to give you like, remember the times when you dropped control and you had this amazing offer come to you and you just trusted? There's something around trusting yourself as you go through this big change. I just feel like you've got two people here that are really... I don't know. Why do I feel like something's off here? But I can't even pinpoint it. What's off here? I mean, everything looks good, but I'm getting this unsettled feeling here. There's something hidden. I'm getting that. I'm going to see the moon. I know I am. There's something hidden. I can feel it. There we go. This King of Swords is tired of having... It's like you keep going through these repetitive challenges, and it's like we have the Five of Wands here, the High Priestess, and the Six of Swords. So whoever's showing up as the masculine in this, doesn't matter if you're in a straight, gay relationship, whoever's showing up in more of their assertive energy that they want to change this. They're taking the lead, okay, in the ideas around problem solving. This could be someone that you're working with, but with the Lovers, you're trying to get on the same page with somebody, and I do see that you are, but it's like you're both having to compromise so much of yourselves to do it. There's something that their instincts are telling them to... It's like they're trying to forgive and forget, but they're having a hard time. I don't know if you've had some recent conflicts or they're coming in. There's some challenges that are happening. It could be that you're disagreeing about the way to move forward. There could be other family members involved in this. There's some sort of... Usually when we see the Five of Wands, it's not as heavy as being confused or uncertain, but it's just obstacles, challenges. Why is this so hard? You know, you've got someone up in their head too now, around you, who's up in their head trying to listen to their intuition and wondering why it's so hard. They don't want it to be so hard. They're like, I just want it to... Can things just flow, please? That's their energy. They're frustrated. That's what I'm getting. They're frustrated with how the two of you are interacting. Even though you're both giving to it and you're invested in this, they're frustrated on how you're relating to one another. I feel like, oops, there's some sort of... What's the challenge here? Is this assigning someone the role of the end-all be-all and it not really quite feeling right, but doing it anyway? I don't know why I'm getting that. I mean, now we have another match. This is an important person on your path. I mean, I'm seeing this matched energy. So when you go cold, they go cold. When you're fiery, they're fiery. All right? When you're grounded, they're grounded. You both are mirroring each other. This is heavy mirroring going on. And it's an investment that you really want to last, and there's a lot of wish fulfillment here, but it's in the challenging position. So there's some sort of... It's like you're giving to it, but you guys keep encountering challenges, and you're mirroring one another and how you're reacting to each other, and you just don't want to... There's friction and frustration in how you're communicating. I don't know if there's a streak of subtle codependency here, or there's some sort of issue going on. You could be having problems, one of you, in the financial domain, and it's put pressure on the relationship. If this is, in fact, a bond, an existing bond. If this is a new person, you're really evaluating. You're assessing. You're seeing some mirroring. There's been some challenges as you've gotten to know this person. This month, there's a challenge that's going to arise. They feel intuitively guided towards you to be with you, but they also have they don't want to fight. They don't want it to be this hard. So I think there's a lot of assessing going on, and the challenge right now is really determining if this is what you both desire for the long term. Is this what you both want? Are you both compatible? Oh yeah, they just said compatibility. Sometimes, you're compatible in the ways you show up from a mental plane, And even from you both are very well matched in a lot of ways. I'm not sure what's getting in the way, but there's this need for balance. It could be the way you relate to each other and your wants and needs. A lot of times that's what happens with compatibility. It's like your communication styles create friction. And I feel like both of you were being challenged to commit to whatever the ideal. It's like to try not to be getting stuck in comparison. When you look out at other couples and they've got it together, everyone has their own problems. So, and if you're starting to get to know a person and it's already hard right off the bat and you're trying to make something fit, I feel like there's a little bit of this trying to make a triangle fit in a square. And you're like, ugh. It's like, or when you put on, jeans that are a little too tight, and you're like, oh, I can get away with wearing them. It's fine, but you're busting a gut trying to wear it during the day. There's something uncomfortable about like almost forcing something because it makes sense. But there's this questioning of, is this really what I want this month? There's a questioning. Because this hangman is, there's a tower at the bottom. You could have challenges around the way you both express your physical needs. One person, it's gotten cold. There's a distance going on here. It's like sometimes too, when we lose our intimate connection, if we're with someone, we act out in like anger ways because we're not fueling that through a softer way. So sometimes people get really more up in their fiery energy when they're having intimacy issues and both getting on the same page. And then you get over analytical with each other and you push each other's buttons because you have to get that tension out somehow. I'm seeing that as well. You might have a confrontation with this person because it needs to be addressed. This hangman is going to tell me a lot of what's going on here in the near future here. Why is the hangman here? You're trying to see things from their perspective. Yeah. All right. Yeah. There might be a lot of interfering energies. There's a lot of work that you're trying to produce out in the world. And I think there's also this desire for you, Cancer, to be with your friends. You could fight about that as well, over like, why do you always want to be with your friends? Why aren't you spending enough time with me? I don't know. I just feel like there's someone around you that shows up a little bit insecure and needy. It doesn't have to be a romantic partner. I'm just getting this overall vibe that you're trying to see their perspective. They're trying to see your perspective. There's an underlying root of friendship here with the Three of Cups, but also almost just like this, I'm getting this undercurrent of jealousy around whenever you pull away and do your thing, they get insecure. Page of Wands is being playful with each other and lightening up the energy. I think that you're going to see a shift. If things have gotten difficult, there's some sort of repression going on and a need to ground the energy here between the two of you. I think you're trying to claim some independence from this person. And it's hard. This is that period of time where you're questioning a bond, whether it's what you want for the long haul. Oh, sorry. I'm going to clarify what you don't see coming here. You could be deciding whether you want to go to the next level with someone if you're dating and you're not sure about whether you want to commit to them, or if you're in a commitment, you're not sure if you want to move in together or get married or get engaged. There's this whole, are we compatible? Do we want the same things? Is this really what I want? You've been with someone, some of you are entering a new relationship that is going to have a 9-month cycle, or you're going through a new chapter with someone and it's about a 9-month cycle where there's stuff coming out of both of you that you're trying to address. And a need to walk away from the fight. Yeah, it's gotten unhealthy. It's almost like the way you fight is undermining the connection itself. And there's a lot of healing. It's almost like, you know what you guys need to do? I'm getting this strongly. If you don't learn how to step away from when you argue and be careful with what you're projecting onto each other, it could be what's happening is the accumulation of that bitterness or resentment, or they're always like this, or they're never like that. And this just, I feel like you both are going to want to escape from each other into your work life or into your friendships, and kind of even distract yourself from each other if you're together, and take a time out. I feel like you're not separating per se, but you're pulling apart enough to consider if this is really what you want to commit to long term. 10 of Pentacles is what you want to commit to for the long haul. And if this has to do with your career, you are really trying to come up with ideas that you can commit to. You're being challenged in the workplace. You're considering moving on and teaming up, maybe even a different department, even around younger people. There's something around you moving towards a more youthful, fun energy, and being around people that have, I feel like you're missing some sort of spontaneity that you're wanting, Cancer, that you don't have. I'm not sure what it is. And this feeling of just wanting to be independent. It's interesting. You may be trying to break free of a commitment that's gone a little cold, or you're uncertain about deepening a commitment this month. Yeah. So we're clarifying all these over here, which had a lot to do with maintaining your independence, dealing with someone who shows up sometimes in insecure ways, and then, you have these unnecessary conflicts. Tell me to pull these for, actually. Yeah. You're going through... We have the Death, the Four of Cups, the Page of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords. I think you're trying to find some clarity this month around the planning of what needs to shift in this connection, what needs to transform within you, so this can improve. Some of you are deciding whether you want to end something, because we have the Ten of Swords and the Death here, and go your separate ways. Yeah, it's... Whoa. Underneath the Ten of Swords, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands, and the Empress with the Five of Cups. So a lot of you have been in it. You might have, a short-term kind of like, oh, I met this person, and you date for a while, and then you realize, I had a recent experience around that where I was dating someone, and everything felt right in the beginning, and then we started getting to know one another, and I realized we are not compatible in the ways we need to be. And it would have been very hard. And that's when you sometimes have to really be wise and go, I want it to flow. I want it to feel right. And if the way we communicate, if there's such a contrast, it's almost like there's such a contrast between the way you both operate, and also there's a strong mirroring component, and we often do this as we pick people and they exemplify the traits we don't like within ourselves, so we can actually accept that part of ourselves that we don't currently accept. And so this person's kind of triggering you, and you're triggering them. And it's up to you whether you want to fight for it and smooth out the rough edges. If you have the determination, which you could, or if it's just too hard. And that's the thing. We get to decide. But the biggest thing I see is that you will have clarity as you progress, and you are going through I think you're going through a big overhaul in your energetic frequency. It's shifting. And out of that shift, you're not sure if this person's going to come along with you. That happens as well. We go through these major upgrades and these major shifts, and then someone might be afraid of your growth. And it's because your Queen of Wands energy is in the challenge position. So there's something around you and your expansion that threatens them. Gosh, you're either doing the work to transform a connection from coldness to warmth and passion and fun again, and you're being led and guided to do that, and it has to do with the way you fight, or you're deciding this month, some of you, that through this transitionary period, well, you may have a desire for this person. You may end up independent at the end of the day. Where is your justice served? You're looking out into the horizon, holding the world in the palm of your hand. And there's a consideration. At any rate, it's time to leave the old cycle behind. And this old cycle had a lot of issues that now I think you're better equipped to address them with this person. There's either a huge and beautiful, well-needed transformation going on between the two of you, or you're going through such a significant shift individually, Cancer, that it's leading you actually away from someone. And they are going to cling and get wicked insecure, and it's going to create even more problems. You want someone who can meet you at your level, who isn't threatened by you expanding and growing. Let's get some advice from Spirit. This felt like a relationship counseling session, which I often do. I don't typically focus entirely on love, but with the lovers here and your overall general energy, you've got a bond that you are deeply connected to. And if it's not a lover, this is someone in your soul family that you are actively engaging with that is heavily mirroring your energy and causing you to transform, expand, and grow out of a feeling of restriction and confinement and a repression of the self. This is the month where we karmically are looking at what are we generating, what are we perpetuating, and what do we want to release. Is that 33 or 23? Have I just gone on and on? Oh boy. All right. We're going to wrap this up here. Yeah, there's some disappointments that you've been facing with this person. I think you're disappointed with the way things have gone. It's time, you're trying to reconnect. Have a bit more playfulness and fun. The Knight of Wands. Some of you are worried that this connection isn't going to last. Yeah, but you know what? You are in a brand new energy nonetheless with the Fool's energy and the Temperance. You've got Major Arcana backing up. The advice from Spirit is you're in a brand new beginning where it's about you being in balance. So whatever you need to do to come out of this, it's okay. We're going to take our hits. We're going to have our low days. You might have a few low points this month because things aren't as smooth as you wish they were. But it's all for the greater good. So you can actually wiggle your way out of feeling unheard, unappreciated, or you're dealing with someone that just shows up in ways that I just feel like you've got someone who's insecure around you for whatever reason, and you're trying to bring balance into the connection, and there could be this need to go out and do some fun dates and lighten up the energy because it's gotten a little heavy lately because of the conflicts you've been having and how you both approach resolving them is going to be the key to your success. This is really one of those flip a coin, see how it goes this month. Really trust your intuition. Try not to be in a state of resistance over what is. Let's get the Gateway of Light activation here, Cancer, for you all. Final pull for the month. I think overall it's pretty smooth, but you don't like the way you both are seeing each other. It's funny, I've been getting this so often. There's 3. I can't do that. Come on, Spirit. 1 card for me, please. There we go. Third eye activation. Yeah. You're trying to see, almost like you're trying to look into the future, right? This Ace of Swords is laser-like focus, like trying to divinate. What feels best to you? Brow chakra, inner vision, clear seeing. Third eye activation. All right, where are we here? The Gateway encourages you to unlock your psychic abilities and to stop questioning your divine ability to see. Know that great potential and healing will be unleashed when this space is activated. If you have an intuition about something, trust what you are seeing. This is a sacred time, for the psychic potential that you've had since childhood is awakening from slumber. You've always been a dreamer, sometimes thinking about how the future will show up or revisiting the past. Now the gifts that have been discouraged in the past are reawakening, and your inner vision is stronger than you imagine. You have an innate ability to see further than the human eyes and are able to identify the energies of what is going on around you with your activated third eye. This gateway is here as a confirmation that what you are seeing and experiencing is in divine alignment and that you are being supported as you develop this source-given gift. Yeah, a lot of you are really opening up your third eye and allowing that to guide you through this. You know what's interesting is I thought they were really trying to trust their intuition, but the opportunity here, I think, because this was coming from the masculine, this is coming from you. And this is what they see in you. There's something around you holding on to your inner vision of whatever outcome feels best to you. And that's about removing any barriers and really seeing that. Your divine justice is going to come for I feel like you're weathering some bumps in the road with somebody, and overall, you have a great bond here, but it's unhealthy in the ways you resolve your problems. And you're working hard to transform it. Some of you will, and you'll transform this relationship. Others of you will realize through your intuition and your own clear seeing that you're ready for a brand new beginning on your own, that you can't trust this situation to stabilize or bring you the satisfaction that you seek. I feel like there's two different camps here. Some of you, if you're married, you're going to fight the good fight and hold on and ride this out. Others of you, if you're not married, there's some questioning over whether you want to stay committed to this person. Or if you're dating someone, there's questioning. It depends on what further stage you're in. The further along you are in a commitment, the more you're going to fight to correct these problems. If you're new at this with somebody, you may cut bait and just be like, you know what, it's just not serving me. All right? I hope this helps. Thank you, Cancer.